The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
Alongside Carson-Newman baseball coach Tom Griffin, I'm Michael Watching for the Eagles Sports Network as the Eagles get set for a 3-game series against UVA-Wise. And Coach, Wednesday, you pick up a win at Limestone. You only need 3 pitchers, 3 quality outings from those guys. How important was it to get a victory and get that North Georgia series out of the mind?
It's good to see you.
Good to see you.
To get a victory with victory on the mound, no pun intended, Michael, it was big for us. So you want to get the first win out of the way, and obviously in a place in which you have reminded us so often that we didn't win there since I think 2008. It was good to break the schneid there at Limestone. The pitching was doing what it should do, and that's throw strikes and getting ahead of batters, something Coach Bounds and Coach Haberly have been preaching and instilling in our pitchers, and they were able to execute that. So what Cagle did as a freshman, Dotson for one batter, and then really Ryan Victory, who's really good, and to see his development over the last year was very. I mean, that's what coaching and being a part of this profession is nice to see, and obviously all the credit of that goes to Coach Bounds.
You talked about it over the weekend that some of the plate approaches weren't what you wanted it to be, but you were happy with how the team trained in the days leading up to it. Did you feel like everything came full circle on Wednesday in the way that they were patient at the plate and getting good pitches to hit?
You know, we thought that would take place the first weekend at North Georgia. Their pitchers were good, but we had already been prepared with Tennessee Wesleyan seeing a good pitching staff. So you never know how hitters are going to react, depending on the pitchers and the games. And I guess we're all so temperamental that you don't know what's going to happen from at-bat to at-bat. But we did have some good quality at-bats at North Georgia. Sometimes it doesn't show up in hits, but as far as the hard contact and the execution of some things, we did have some of that at North Georgia. Yesterday, Ryan Addington, starts it off with a base hit. So it was kind of like one thing led to another. It almost becomes, a snowball effect with hitters. And Ryan obviously started that out. And then you need a big hit. And, Greg Jones's home run was a spark. And I think when you get those types of sparks, I guess in like football, it's hitting the slant for a first down, or like Julio Jones's catch, that gets everyone excited to make some plays. But that's what I think happened yesterday. More of one guy led to the next guy. And then their pitchers thankfully helped us out a little bit, falling behind. So a lot of things go into play. Another thing I think helps, Michael, is Brandon Roberts being in our dugout. A former player, these guys know. They know how he prepared. And I think in the idea of helping them understand what's going on in your at-bat. How are they pitching you? What's the sequence? What should we be looking for? Because a lot of hitting isn't just seeing the ball and hitting it. It's, all right, what's the game plan going on here? What are those pitchers and the pitching coach trying to do here? And that's, I think, a learning process for all of us, even guys in the big leagues.
It's a first this weekend in terms of the first home game and home series for your team this season. How do you want to see your team perform mentally, being able to play at home for a 3-game set against UVA-Wise? We
want them to play like they train. I think we, as a team and as a program, I think we train in a very intense, passionate, enthusiastic way, and I want to see us play that way. I think we all want to. That's why we train, is so that the games are easy. So we just want to see them continue to do when we are here training, do that in the games. Obviously, this weekend we felt like there were times that didn't happen. Yesterday was great. The way when we got off the bus, the way we took BP, took ground balls, it was good. And so we just want to see that. Just play the way we train, bottom line.
Coach, thanks for the time. Best of luck this weekend.
Thank you for everything, Michael.
We'll have all those games for you on CNEagles.com/live. For Coach Tom Griffin, I'm Michael Watching for the Eagle Sports Network.